The RAD Live podcast is intended for mature audiences and contains explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Hi and welcome to this week's edition of RAD Live, well, not so live, Random Ass Discussion. I am your host, The Flaming Grill, Paul, The Flaming Grill Flinders, and joining me this week we have the one and only Lost One himself, Adam Cox.
Not paying you yet, you can't say that.
Ah, well, I'm being nice. It's the one and only Royale Cheese podcast, so come on.
Hello, it's good to be back.
Indeed. We still haven't actually, said who's the Royale and who's the cheese.
I
volunteer to be the cheese.
Well, I was going to say, because you don't like cheese. So
yeah, there you go. There's the irony for you there. So, yeah. How have we been, Coxy? How are you still sore from your training?
I'm a bit sore from last night because it was a bit more of a physical session.
Oh,
yeah. So, yeah, it's I've been sort of trying to cut back on on food, eating shite.
Yeah, I was gonna say eating shit basically.
And things like that. So but I've been weighing myself every Sunday the past 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
And I've lost about half a stone so far.
Nice. That's good fucking going, that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get yourself booked into Slimming World. You get yourself a certificate for that.
It's I'm doing something without paying.
Yeah, that's what I do. Funny enough, I do Slimming World Light. I do it when I feel like it, essentially.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's finding it's like I'm trying. I've cheated tonight. I've had a cream egg or 3.
Oh.
But in terms of that's probably my first bit of chocolate I've had in 2 or 3 weeks.
You see, I've made the fatal error when it comes to chocolate today. I was in Plan before, and I made the fatal error of spotting the Nestle Whips.
Yeah.
And I discovered the caramel ones because they were 25% off, so they were 75p for 3 whips. And yeah, safe to say they were quite tasty, and they didn't last very long.
Yeah, I tried the caramel ones, wasn't a fan.
Yeah, well, I've also got the coffee ones as well.
The coffee ones are nice.
Yeah, their coffee ones are very nice. Very, very nice.
I tried them the week they came out, the caramel ones. So I was expecting them to be really nice. And then to be fair, I was partially expecting to be actual caramel rather than coffee tasting caramel, like what was in those.
Well, yeah, it's a weird one.
It reminded me when McDonald's did a caramel milkshake, Cadbury's caramel milkshake.
Oh.
It tasted exactly like those whips, the caramel whips.
Strange. But see, the coffee one actually does taste like coffee, which is a strange one. Whereas, normally you get something like Revels, and you have they've got the coffee one, and they're like, well, it doesn't. It just tastes bitter, but it tastes. There's a hint of coffee, but it's not actual coffee sort of taste. Whereas the one it's a mocha flavour, and these whips, it's they actually taste pretty close to what they're meant to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of discovered those today, and I think 3 boxes of them have disappeared. So.
No,
overall, so
I've been sort of resorting to other things. I've got a pack of beef jerky next to me at the moment, which is so good.
So I've never been a fan of jerky. I mean, I've had a little bit of it, but I don't know, it's just not for me.
Well, the one I've got, it's a sweet and hot one.
Okay.
It's the right amount of sweet, but then it's also like perfect amount of heat as well, and it's fucking gorgeous.
Ooh. You might have to point me in the direction, because I will have to try this shit.
Also, the one in Poundland's not actually that bad.
Oh, I'll have to have a look, see. I mean, like I say, I was in Poundland before buying all sorts. Amongst the unusual crap that you find, I managed to find a roulette game, which I managed to pick up for £1, so...
No.
Don't ask why. Yeah, it's a roulette. It's at the end of the day, it's full set. And you got the chips and things like that, but I thought to myself, I picked up and thought, you know what? The chips are clearly just going to be them little shitty tiddlywink type of things.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I've got an actual poker set upstairs, so we'll just use that instead. So...
There you
go, exactly. Proper chips.
But it's also things like I found there's some Hartley's, or I think it's Hartley's jellies, where it's like a 10-calorie jelly.
Yes. Coxy has those.
Yeah, they're so good.
Are they in like little jars? Like little tubs?
Yeah, like a yogurt pot.
Yeah, Coxy partly has those. She has them for Slimming World because they're next to no calories.
Mm.
And the kids tend to pinch them as well because they're that good. Well, they try to. So...
Currently got like 4 or 5 apple and watermelon ones in the fridge.
Apple and watermelon?
I had one the other day, it kept burping, it smelled like watermelon.
Fantastic. Have you tried the apple and watermelon ones? No. Kirsty said she's not tried them, so... Are they recommended?
Yes.
They are recommended, so...
It's just finding... It's like I don't miss chocolate or anything like that. It's like I can still have Monster because I got the Monster Ultra.
Well, this is it. You converted me to sugarless, energy drinks anyway, so that's not a problem for me either. And going without chocolate, I can go weeks without eating chocolate. I'm arsed about that. What fucks me over is savoury. And I mean, I'm a proper just a bag of crisps here and there. And then 1 turns to 2, turns to 3, turns into a whole fucking multi-pack because I'm a fat shit. So... Yeah. It's one of them. So my big weakness is crisps. I could quite easily go rifle through crisps like nothing. Sausage rolls, things like that. Savoury is my massive weakness. I'm not asked about sweets. It's savoury.
It's like my brother was telling me something possibly a Summer World thing about I think peanut butter.
Yes.
And it's basically like it's an appetite suppressant or something that helps you feel more full. And I live off the stuff anyway, so.
This is it. I mean, I used to get peanut butter all the time, but I never used it the right way you were supposed to fucking use it. I mean, we've gone on air before and we've talked about weird food concoctions that we've cooked up, and one that I came up with, everyone was like, "What the fuck?" was peanut butter sandwiches dipped in tomato soup, and it's like just calorific. It's ridiculously calorific, but it's like, yeah, I have that every now and again as a treat. And everyone looks at me like, right, you need a fucking sick bowl afterwards. It sounds disgusting. And it's like, well, it's what I like at the end of the day.
I can see peanut butter mixing better than like say Marmite would with tomato soup.
Well, Marmite should mix with anything because it's fucking heinous.
I don't mind it.
It's grim.
Apart from when it's mixed with chocolate.
It's fucking grim. Oh, yeah, when it's mixed with chocolate. Yeah, you found that out.
Yeah, it's like these packs of jerky. It's called Jack Links, and they're in Asda at the moment. It was like £1 for the sweet and hot ones. They're all like £1.50 a pack or something.
Yeah.
But I'll grab some of the sweet and hot ones because they were down to £1.
Oh, okay, I'll have to give it a go.
And that's sort of my alternative into anything to crisps at the moment. Okay. But it's just that thing of like trying to find something rather than like they say I have your 3 meals a day. So like if I'm a day off like today, I'll get up and have a bowl of porridge, and I'll put some peanut butter in it.
Okay, but yeah, porridge is a no-go for me. I mean, I'm not a fan of hot milk, so it just makes me feel sick, just warm milk. So I can't have stuff like rice pudding or any other milk-based, like, desserts and things like that. I'm one of them.
Throw some water in.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. But I do like muesli. So it's essentially it's sort of the same, just muesli's like dried, isn't it? So
Usually you've got to be careful with though, because sometimes there's extra sugar in it and stuff they put in.
yeah, you got to be careful. You look for no added sugar and stuff like that, reduced salt and what have you. There's a good one you can get from Aldi actually, which is like that. It's just like it's like the Swiss recipe, and it's like it's not got out fancy. It's not got like nuts in or out like that, but it's got like raisins and things like that, sultanas and what have you.
Mm.
And it's nice. Don't get me wrong. You're not going to go right. This is a massive taste sensation, and everyone's invited. But it's palatable, and there's not as much shit in it as say you get a packet of Alpen. They think, oh, it's advertised to be healthy. Is it fuck? It's had so much sugar added to it. But it's this one from Aldi. It comes in like a blue box. It's really nice.
Yeah, see, I'm normally on porridge. At the moment, it's either porridge or Weetabix.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Weetabix. Let's be honest.
My mum said to me, she's like, "Oh, you only have 2," and I was like, "I have 3."
Yeah, I have 3.
So I can easily eat 6.
I won't go that far, but but I can have 3 quite easily. I mean, and then that'll do. If I had like 6, if I had 3 at say like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, I'd be fine then right through till lunch. Other than that, normally I'd be like, right, what can I snack on?
Well, yeah, normally like because I'm like if I'm in work or something, say because I work at like 8 o'clock most days.
Yeah.
I'll be up about 7. I'll have breakfast about 7:15, which is normally 3 Weetabix, and I'll go for the bus, and that'll last me till about 12 o'clock, and I'll go on my dinner.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. And same with when I have shredded wheat. I have 3 shredded wheat. You know, it's.
I've tried having 2. Like, as a kid, I used to have 2, but I've tried having 2 in recent times. I'm just hungry again about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, my son Rico has 2. He loves his Weetabix. If he has Weetabix, he has either 2 or 1.5 now. I mean, he's 5 now.
Mm.
You know, he's a growing boy. He's at school. He's doing X, Y, Z. So he's going to need something more substantial to keep him going. And he chooses. So because what we tend to do, we've got all the cereals at the bottom of the cupboard so they can see. And there's like a range. Because we get a range in, we get like 5 or 6 different ones in. Plus, they have the option of what we have is we do like toast and fruit. So they have like a slice of toast and like a selection of fruit. Say, for example, we'll cut up some strawberries, some grapes, and some raspberries if we at the minute. Because at the minute we're massive into our. You can get one out from Aldi. You can get something called what's known as like wonky raspberries or wonky strawberries and stuff food that's not like you wouldn't see it in a food catalogue anywhere.
This sounds like a really good episode of 4 in a Bed.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
You'll have your kid filling in a thing like, "Would you stay here again?" Well, yeah.
Yes, because the continental breakfast was exquisite. No cooked breakfast on offer, just toast. 7 out of 10. Banging some sausages, you mean? You got a George Foreman, you've no excuse.
Exactly.
Oh dear me. So yeah, that was fun. Just trying to think. Yeah. But yeah. Speaking of food and drink.
I was going to say, what have you been up to? You're not told us yet.
Oh yeah. Just not too much. Just looking for alternative employment. We'll go into details, obviously. And yeah, just planning and plotting and planning weddings and sort of getting things together. Yeah, we're starting to shape up things. We're starting to things are starting to come into place, if you will. We've got an idea of what budget it we're playing at now, what we're having to pay per month, and it's surprisingly less than what we was thinking. Kirsty's, for example, has picked out a dress and what have you, so that's already out the way. And yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. So I've got a few bits and bobs I need to get onto. Because I'm going to be brutally honest here. Kirsty's done the legwork on this one so far. I need to pull my finger out my ass. She's basically arranged everything so far. So I'm very 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 backseat as it is usually in most things. So the main reason being I'm to a fault too laid back. I tend to not let things worry me apart from bits and bobs that but yeah, I'm a bit too laid back. So if people are willing to like do X, Y, and Z, I'll go, right, if obviously you've got an idea what you want, I'm happy with what you've told me your idea is. Go and organise it if that's what you want. Because I want the same thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I say at the minute, and then I'm sitting back, and Kirsty's like saying, "I've done this, I've done that, and done the other," and it's dawning on me. It's like, well, it's my wedding as well, and I've not organised anything yet, and that's my fault because I've not piped up. If you get what I mean, I've not been proactive about it. So I'm starting to look around at a few bits and bobs that I can sort of like get into, like transport and other bits and bobs, things like that, and getting some ideas for maybe, some favours and things like that. So, yeah, I'm basically thinking, sitting and planning and things like that. Got to get the suit sorted, obviously, my suit, your suit, and Rico's suit, because he's going to be matching me. Well, me and you are going to be matching.
Right.
And Rico's going to be matching.
Very nice.
So we've got to get that sorted. But I'm at the minute I'm debating between tails and not tails. So, because if I get tails, I'm thinking I'm going to look like a short arse, even though I am a short arse already anyway. So I'm debating about it. It is kind of traditional to have tails, isn't it? Though, so. But I can't remember. I know my brother on his wedding, he had tails. But and his wedding before that, when he was his first wedding, he was in his army uniform, his like ceremonial army uniform, and that didn't have tails, but that was an army uniform, so it's one of them.
I don't remember what we had for TDM's wedding. I don't think we had tails with them. I don't think.
Well, this is it. I mean, I'll be interested to get his input actually. Because there's not many people I know that got married. There was Alan that I know, and he didn't have tails because he had a kilt. So it's different. It's a weird one. So I've not been to very many weddings. I think I've been to, apart from family members, I've been to one wedding in my entire life. So hang on, no. So apart from my brother's 2 weddings, I've been to 3 weddings in total in my entire life.
Excluding family, I've been to 2 weddings.
There you go.
So.
But yeah, that's including family. So if you exclude family, I've been to 1. So I was supposed to be going to Alan's, but I couldn't get the bleeding time off work, which was a pain in the backside. Yeah, joys of where my workplace is, but it's one of them. But yeah, anything else I've been up to? Not really much, really. I mean, yeah, it's been really, really, really quiet. Today I've been in the usual place. I thought, right, obviously we've got a podcast today. So one thing that already we used to pride ourselves on was obviously, trying the weird and the wonderful when it comes to like food and drink. And we've not done that for a while, clearly because we was obviously on hiatus. But at the same time, it's just something that we've not got round to, obviously, when we come under the Lost Art of Podcasting umbrella. And I thought, you know what, this has got to change. And you know what? It comes like fucking buses. You wait ages for one, and they all come at once.
Well, there was the sort of I can't remember what episode I mentioned it on. It was if it was a meeting or something weird, but it's like there's not as much point us doing on-air taste test because you can't see your reactions to it sometimes, which. Especially when it's like something you hate and it's like we can't just.
But at the same time, you've also got the reaction that I gave to Mega Malt, so it can work.
And it's like when we caught bloody me eating the what do you call it? It's the hot Skittles.
Oh yes. Well, they're very, very disappointing Cox Skittles. We had, because we expected our faces to explode, and they were just like, just slightly hot, normal Skittles, and they were. Let's be honest. Let's not beat around the bush. They were a bit shit. So, but yeah. So speaking of a bit shit, I've got 5 cans sat in front of me at this moment in time, and I'm gonna go with the odd one out first, which is. Oh, I'm getting caught on my aerial. My wire headphones. My headset wire is getting caught. I have no flexibility here. I'll just reach over now. It is an energy drink. It's called from Sunsoul. Now, but we've done this brand before, and it was fucking disgusting. And I believe it was something like apple and kiwi or some raspberry shite that we had, if I remember correctly. But it was a long while ago. And this was in Aldi of all places. 100% natural energy. And this is wild blackberry and pear energy drink. 84 calories per can. So it's quite low in calories. Mm-hmm. I'm just looking for the caffeine values. There we go. It's not a massive. It's not as the same as like normal energy drinks. Because obviously energy drinks is around about 32 milligrams per 100 milliliters. Whereas this one's only 26. So it's in the ballpark, but it's not as strong.
Yeah.
So not recommended for children or pregnant or breastfeeding women. Thank fuck I'm none of those. So yeah, it comes in just a weird monotone can.
Right.
It's quite funky. I quite like the design of the can. But yeah, it's natural caffeine from cola nuts. It's got cola nut 53 milligram, guarana 41 milligrams, and baobab 32 milligram, whatever that means. So yeah, well, no more beat around the bush. We'll give it a try. Just obviously, I'll hold the can in front of the microphone and see it. Hopefully, you can hear it like pop.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that? It smells very like blackberry. It's not. I'm not getting much pear in the smell, but definitely blackberry. So let's have a go. Bottoms up.
Might be smells like pear, but you get more. Well, smells like blackberry, you get more pear taste.
And that is actually not bad. Now, the last one I had of this brand, it was, if I remember correctly, it tasted more like fizzy fucking water. And it was just grim. But this one actually tastes of something. And it's actually really, really nice. I would drink that again. But there's not much pear in that. There is a hint. It's like literally at the back. It's like it's jumping up and down in the background, waving its arms, shouting, "I'm here."
It's like I found out with the apple and kiwi. I think it's relentless. Yeah, apple and kiwi relentless. It's like you can't really taste one or the other. It's very appley, but then you can't really taste much kiwi.
Yeah, that apple and kiwi relentless though is fucking awful.
I like it.
I'm not a fan. I'm saying I'm not a massive fan of Relentless. I mean, I do like the original Relentless. Don't mind that. But Relentless in general, it wasn't great. I remember it being one of the first big energy drinks being on the market, like the big size can being on the market. It was one of the first, if not the first. I think it was around before Rockstar. And then I think Monster came around just after Rockstar. Remember correctly, in this country anyway. At least that's my memory of seeing obviously the availability of it. So, but yeah, it was. That's not too bad. That I'd drink that again. I mean, I might save that for later as a palate cleanser for these pieces of shit that I'm about to drink. So first up, we've got these. There's 4 cans here now. Obviously we've all heard. Have you heard of the company Rubicon?
Yes.
Yeah, they have like the passion fruit and all that lot, don't they? The like exotic like fizzy drinks.
Passion fruit, guava, and whatever else.
Yeah, that one's really nice. The purple can. Yeah, that's really nice, that one. But they've got like a range of drinks called street drinks, and yeah, they're all like these weird sort of like drinks based on a part of the world, all over the place, like Asia and Central America and things like that. And I don't know if this is the whole range, but I've got every single flavour Home Bargains had in. And there was 4 different ones, and it was funny enough, it was 4 for £1.
Yeah,
so,
I remember seeing them when I went to the one near Asda and saw them there, and I was like, "Oh, Paul will like these."
funny enough, that's where I got them from. So I went to the garden centre there, but what else is in here? So yeah, so the first one I'm going to try is probably the one that's scaring me the most. So I thought, fuck it, we'll get the worst one out of the way, hopefully, and we'll see what it is. So this is a street drink, and it's African-inspired, this one. And it's called Bissap. Now, I don't know if you've heard of the drink Bissap. Absolutely not, I'm assuming.
Not a sausage.
No, it's a beverage, apparently. Just for, for the record, all of these drinks are still. They're not fizzy.
Oh, lovely.
So this should be fun. So yeah, it says street drinks by Rubicon, inspired by authentic recipes from around the world. Bissap is the refreshing taste of hibiscus and ginger. Known by many as a national drink of Senegal, the same drink is popular right across Central and West Africa, but under different names. So yeah, this is the national drink of Senegal, apparently. Hibiscus and ginger. This is going to fucking suck, isn't it?
We don't like ginger, so...
No.
But...
Yeah. But yeah, we'll give it a try. But obviously, I understand ginger, right? When you think ginger beer is sort of carbonated, isn't it?
Mm.
This is flat. This is going to be a different beast altogether, I feel. It could be interesting, this.
Might end up with more of a hibiscus taste, maybe.
Possibly, but I don't even know what hibiscus tastes like, so.
It might end up with like a ginger aftertaste or something, I'm not sure.
We should say, maybe it would taste of hibiscus and have like a burning sensation of the ginger, perhaps, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna, we're not gonna beat around the bush and get on with it, so. Here we go. Obviously, no fizzing sound, as you can hear. Go for a smell. There's something there, I just can't quite put my finger on it.
I made hibiscus.
Probably hibiscus, yeah. I'm not getting much ginger. Which can only be a good thing. Right, let's give it a go. Ready? Bottoms up. Oh, that's fucking foul. Oh. Oh. Right. I'm waiting for the aftertaste to kick in.
Yeah.
There's not really much of a gingery vibe to this whatsoever.
Ooh.
I can feel it, like the dryness slightly at the back of my throat. It almost reminds me of one of the mega malts, the malt drinks that I had. Like was it Big Bear? Or something like that. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. It was horrible. That sort of flavour.
I can remember, I just can't think what it was called.
Oh, God. I just had another sip. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's not good. Now, I reckon if that was carbonated, it might be alright. I wouldn't choose to drink it, but it would be possibly palatable. I'm just glad I've got some of that other energy drink to take the taste away. Fucking hell. That's an abomination, that. Jesus. Yeah, that's not nice, so, yeah, I don't recommend that one at all. So, Bissap can go back to fucking Senegal. It's not good. Next up, we have... What's this one? It's an Indian-inspired one. Which this one could actually be good, I think. This might actually be up my street, because I like lemon. I love lemon.
Yeah.
And this one is lemon. It's called Nimbu Pani. Nimbu Pani. And it is lemon, cumin, and mint. So it could be good. Yeah, I'm not holding my hopes up. So it says, yeah, Nimbu Pani is the delicious first quenching taste of lemon, cumin, and mint. It is found off the beaten track throughout India and right across South Asia as a sought-after drink to beat the heat. We shall see. But yeah, there's a shit ton of sugar in this, apparently. 17% of your daily allowance. So, yeah. So, the other one was the same, I believe. Let's have a look at this other one. 16%. So this one's slightly more sugary that I'm about to have. So yeah, the first one sucked dick. So let's have a look at this one. So let's open this one up. Yeah. Smell it. Oh, yeah, definitely lemony. Sort of got like a shock horror, a very still lemonade sort of like smell to it.
I was partially expecting it to be fair.
Yeah, so did I. But it's very, very strong lemon smell, this. Very strong. Not smelling any mint, really. So yeah, let's give it a try. Right, bottoms up.
Will have a minty aftertaste.
Possibly.
Or essence of mint.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, now. Oh, God, no. That aftertaste ruins it. Oh. Right. That starts off quite pleasant. Because the lemon, you get the instant lemon hit. And then it's like you get like, all of a sudden like a vegetation sort of like smell, taste, like comes in after like a second wave.
Yeah.
And then that's what remains for the aftertaste. It's
lovely.
Yeah, it's not pleasant, that. That suckers you in. That really suckers you in. See, yeah. I'm trying it again. Lemon, yeah. Oh. Yeah. That is really strange. It's two really distinct flavours. Really distinct flavours fighting. And it's like, and it's also very strange as well because the front of your mouth, it's like the front of your tongue is like literally like lemon. Yeah, it's like party time. Then the back of your mouth goes, no, fuck you, mint and cumin. And then the mint and cumin fight overpowers the lemon.
Oof.
And it's not fun. It's more cumin than mint as well, so it's like you've just drank. It's like you've drank blended grass. That's what it's grim. Yeah, so that's not fun. I've still got two of these fuckers left. I've just realised. Oh man, and there's another one with mint on it as well. Here we go. Get the fucking thing out of the way. So this one is from a Mexican-inspired one. Agua Fresca.
Fresca, is it?
Yeah.
Fresca.
Yes, that word. Watermelon, lime, and mint. So, I'm a bit touch and go when it comes to watermelon, so this could be fun. Because Agua Fresca is a refreshing taste of watermelon, lime, and mint, an iconic drink from the market stalls of Mexico. It is also popular across Central America and the Caribbean. So, yeah, so watermelon, lime, and mint. This is also 16% of your sugars, so good job of not drinking all of these.
Watermelon and lime sounds alright.
It does. It's the mint that's scary.
Yeah.
Why mint? So yeah, this is the potentially not great. So yeah, let's open this up. What's that? I'm gonna give it a smell. Not really smelling anything from this one. Not really. Squeezing the can as well to try and waft some of the. There's a slight hint of watermelon, but what do you expect?
Yeah, probably come out more in taste, if anything.
Yeah, right, let's give it a go. Bottoms up. Ooh, right, yeah, definitely watermelon. No lime. Mid coming in at the end. Not pleasant, but probably the most pleasant out of the three. Which ain't saying much. I'm clearly not partying here. Let's just put it that way.
It's like a part of your mouth and everyone's throwing up.
Exactly. Ugh. Fucking hell. If this is a party, it looks like that scene out of Family Guy right now. Oh, no more. No more. Yeah. That one. Yeah. Yeah, not fun, that one. Yeah, I wouldn't have that one either. So, yeah, 3 out of 3 have all been shit. I'm not too hopeful on the fourth one because I've just realised what it says on the front of the can. So, come on, let's get this fucking thing over and done with. Here we go. So, this one is Turkish inspired. Turkish. Yeah, Turkish. Sharbat, it's called. Sharbat. Pomegranate and rose.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm starting to think I might have saved the worst to last. Yeah, this is not going to be fun, is it? What does it say about it? Sharbat is the deliciously cooling taste of pomegranate and rose. It's common across the bazaars of Turkey and further afield through South Asia. And it's probably the healthiest one of the lot as well, at 15% of your sugar. This is going to fucking suck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun. So, fuck it, let's get it over and done with. I've still got some of that energy drink left so I can wash the shit away. So, yeah, bottoms up. Oh, God. I forgot to... Oh, my God! Extremely strong flavour to that one.
Yeah.
Really strong, yeah. Not entirely that bad. Right, that's probably took the winner of the best of the four. Mainly because it's actually possibly drinkable. But the rose is taking it out for me a bit. I couldn't drink it because of that. The rose. 'Cause I'm not a massive into the floral sort of flavours.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not for me. That I can imagine some of that Alan enjoying that though, because he's a mad bastard who enjoys malt drinks. But yeah, that's not for me. That. So yeah, they can jump off a very high cliff. So yeah, the street drink rage from Rubicon. If I have to recommend any, I'd go with the Sharbat. But if I'm brutally honest, get yourself a bottle of Pepsi if you're in home bargains. It's fucking cheaper and you'll be able to drink it. Yeah, so don't get it. You're not very nice at all. So yeah, that was street drinks.
Ooh.
And now I regret my life's decisions. Well, today's decisions. Oh man. So yeah, Coxy, have you got any topics, my friend?
Oh, going back to some wedding-related stuff.
Yes, let's.
I've got two here. While I'm looking for the second one, I will find this. From 4 days ago on Lad Bible, it says vegan bride-to-be bans meat eaters from her wedding.
What a cunt. Now, I don't agree with that. I mean, obviously it's her wedding, and you're going to how to drive. Is this a 101 on how to drive a wedge in your family? It clearly sounds like it to me.
It says here a post shared on Reddit titled "This lady banned all non-vegan from her wedding, including family and bridal party. It shows a screenshot taken from a Facebook group called Vegan Revolution, which the soon to be bride lays out a plan for the big day and brands meat eaters murderers.
But the thing, so go on, mate.
The post carries on. This is the actual post of the group. When family, in quotation marks, tries to guilt trip you into letting them come to your fully vegan wedding, even though they are omnivores. Just for some context, some family members were told that they are not invited to my wedding because we don't want to host murderers at our wedding, which is supposed to be one of the happiest days of our lives.
Wonderful.
She has an update which saw her and the partner had been consistently attacked as being vegan. Now the big day drew near, they just wanted to be all buddy again. And it ends with her, I'm not sorry if that makes me rude or a bitch because I'm not compromising the ethics that I share with everyone here.
Okay, that's fair enough, right. But here's the thing. During the bridal party, she's already planned ahead. She knows these people's eat meat. So, I don't know if I've missed something in the article, but is this like a sort of like, right, I've changed my mind, this is a decision now I've made while planning, even though she's got like the bridal party and stuff like that? Or is this a plan that she's had all along?
I'm guessing it's probably a plan she's had all along, no doubt.
Then why would she have a bridal party that eat meat if she's not planning on fucking inviting them in the first place? It's fucking stupid. It sounds like to me it's like I want to have attention for being a vegan. I want to virtue signal. That's what it screams to me. Somebody's virtue signaling there. If that wasn't already planned. I mean, if you were planning to have a vegan wedding, you'd plan a vegan wedding from the start, wouldn't you?
You'd assume so, yeah.
Well, this is it. So if you say, I'm not inviting meat eaters, you wouldn't invite them in the first place.
Well, it's as someone noted, apparently on the actual post, someone said all they have to do is reiterate that they are vegan and not only vegan food will be served, and then state anyone who had a problem with that will be uninvited. Seems simple enough, eh? It's like to go to the extreme of that, like.
Yeah, so you eat meat, you're a murderer and you're not welcome.
Yeah.
Why not give people the option of think, right, well, do you know what? It's your day. I will, I'll respect your beliefs. I respect, your way of life, what you choose to do. I will eat vegan food today. I'm a carnivore or omnivore or whatever it is we want to call ourselves. I eat meat, but it's your day, your choice at the end of the day. If you don't want to provide, an option for people that eat meat, that's up to you. But don't exclude people because they've got different belief systems from you. I mean, let's put it this way, for example, a way of life sort of thing. If it was like a Christian wedding, would you potentially... You have a friend who's Muslim, would you exclude them for being Muslim? You'd look like a complete dickhead for doing so, because it's fucking wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's slightly different because it's a religion as opposed to, a dietary sort of thing or belief system. But in a way, it's the way you believe and the way, your ideology is. You don't eat meat because you believe it's morally wrong. But at the same time, there's people that choose to eat meat because that's what they do. And you're going to discriminate against people for eating meat. It's, if it was the other way round, there'd be a massive uproar again. More so, because it's like, to me, it sounds like she's virtue signaling, as if to say, look, I'm an all-empowered vegan. Look at me. Go away, you horrible carnivore murderers. You are not welcome. Everyone pray, give me attention. It's what it is. That's exactly what it is. She's a cock. And that's as simple as it is. That's all I'm going to say on it. She's a cock. An utter cock who wants as much as attention as she can possibly get for her big day because she hasn't got enough of it because it's her big day. What more attention could she require? And that's my point on that. it's if it wasn't pre-planned this, then she wouldn't have invited them in the first fucking place. Let's be honest. She wouldn't be in the bridal party if it was a plan all along. It was going to be a vegan wedding, and the people like that who eat meat weren't going to be invited. This is either a spur of the moment decision, and she's been a cunt about it, or it's a stunt all along.
I'm going with a bit of both. It's like, I'll eat veggie stuff, no problem. Like, bit of cheese on your pie and you're good. Like, it just sounds like it's one of them to get attention. Like, look at me in my wedding. I'm a vegan.
Yeah, I'm a vegan. Look how good I am.
Yeah.
Look how bad you carnivores are. It's to blow her own trumpet and to inflate her own ego and get attention all in one fell swoop. So, yeah, she's a bit of a cock. It's all not as much as a cock as that person expected people to pay for the wedding for her. At least she's not asking for money for that. But she's still a wanker. So, go figure.
But then sort of following on from sort of cockish wedding stunts, there's another one. This is like from 2 weeks ago. It's like a couple set up GoFundMe to pay for their wedding.
See, this is slightly different. When you're specifically demanding a specific amount of each person, like an entry fucking fee.
Well, this isn't like that one we had where it was the woman was like wanting to charge like £1,200 for each person or whatever.
Yeah.
This one's like a couple where they basically said we sold all our belongings and all that sort of thing, and says they've got a few months to go and they aren't able to make the repayment, so they set up a GoFundMe to try and raise £4,500, which is then follows up with the average cost of a wedding in the UK last year was £30,000.
Mine ain't.
So,
mine's not to be anywhere near that.
The post says we've done the math and are still short of and running out of time to cover our outgoings for our planned wedding on Saturday, 27th of April 2019. Despite throwing all our wages at the wedding costs, seeing all our belongings and taking as many extra shifts at work as are available, we're still falling short of our final bills, as we can't put the wedding for another few months because everything's booked. We're asking in lieu of any wedding gifts, if you are able to please contribute anything to our cost for the day, that would be amazing. Final payments we are still trying to cover are mainly for the venue, photographer, cake and dress alterations. We have no honeymoon budget and are not worrying about this just yet. Although, not worrying about this, just want to be able to cover our bills for the day so it can go ahead.
I have not a fucking problem with this whatsoever.
Not
a problem with this whatsoever.
According to reports, they've managed to pay for their wings, the rings, registry and favours, as well as, and have put some money towards the venue, as well as hair and makeup.
You see, the difference is, if they were really wanting to be arseholes, they could have asked for the entire thing to be paid for. What they're asking for is help. And they're not asking it off people who are attending the wedding. Anyone can help them. Anyone can chip in £1. So it's not like entry fee, you must pay X amount of money, otherwise you're not invited. It's a genuine, like, look, we've fucked up here. We've not got enough money here to pay for what we need to pay for. A little bit of help would be appreciated, sort of thing. And I've not really got a problem with that, because it's no different from going to a relative and saying, look, wouldn't mind a little bit of extra help paying for the venue or the rings or something or X, Y, and Z. Do you mind chipping in? And it's no different. You're not asking, say, right, if you don't pay, you can't come. So if you can help, that'd be amazing. And if they do, fantastic. If they don't, oh well, tough shit. You'll have to just, you'll find another way. But it's at the same time. What was I going to say now? Yeah, at the same time, you don't overspend. You don't go beyond your means. If they're like trying to find $4,500 and they've already paid X, Y, and Z, like registrar fees and things like that. It's, I don't know. It's one of those. You don't, like I say, if you've got a budget, you sit and you think, right, what can I pay? What do I need to get to? X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? It's one of those.
Well, I know. I know people that have got married like the past couple of years or so, where they've sort of done it on like a really tight budget. Like they got married on like a Monday first of all, because it was like midweek, so it's like, oh, it's cheaper and all that sort of thing. And it's like oh, we're getting married at the whatever venue, like the cheapest venue we could find. Then we've got the after parties at like a working men's club, and with no DJ, we've just got like music. We just plug a phone in, and we're gonna mute it that way, and it's gonna be like done for the afternoon, so the kids aren't too bored or tired or anything. And so yeah, it can be done in the budget. Like I've got another mate who I think his entire wedding was £120 or something. It cost him altogether.
How the fuck do you manage that?
Registry office.
Yeah, but it's like you got to pay, unless you literally having 4 people there.
It was something like that. Yeah, it was really scaled back, low budget from what I remember. He said so. No, it might have been more. I think it was 120 for the registry.
Yeah, because I mean we're paying
something like, I think the entire thing cost them something like £400-500.
400-500. That's not bad. I mean,
they literally went to they got married at the registry office. They went to I don't think they even had like an after do or anything. They just went to West Coast and had a meal together.
Okay. Right. See, at the minute, I think we're getting cross wires here. Obviously, at the minute, I'm just going back to the topic of money being paid.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, my partner's upstairs listening. She's sending text messages saying, "You're wrong. You don't pay money to contribute to the wedding." It's like, Kirsty, if you can hear me, we're not talking about paying for the wedding. We're not talking about paying for honeymoons. There's somebody on GoFundMe asking to pay for the wedding.
And he realises he could have sent that in text.
So, but yeah, it's but yeah, like I say, to cover that up, people, that's another thing actually. Kirsty does raise a good point there. People obviously, this thing is obviously on GoFundMe, and they're asking for a little bit of help for somebody to pay, for people, the general public, to pay for their wedding ceremony, their wedding cake, things like that. Traditionally, though, instead of obviously, you can there's things you can obviously bring presents and stuff like that. You got your stereotypical things like your toasters, bread makers, and things like that. But what you can do as well is some people have letterboxes set up where you can have obviously congratulation cards and things like that. But you also get money envelopes which people can post in, and traditionally that's meant to go towards your honeymoon, help pay for a honeymoon.
Yeah.
So there is that as well that people might think, well, there's that as well that people might want to pay for as well. Want some help with that. So, but yeah, so just obviously giving money for a wedding or at a wedding is not necessarily wrong. It's how it's done, or how it's gone about at. This GoFundMe where they're asking for help to actually pay outstanding money for their for the actual day, for the ceremony, for X, Y, and Z. Not a problem with that, because they're being upfront about it and saying, right, well, you know what, this is what we need. We're not asking, if you can't, if Uncle Dave can't pay 60 quid to pay for it, he's not coming.
Yeah.
That's not part of it. Whereas, like I say, the story that we covered a few months back about the woman that was asking for £12,000 off every guest so she could have a fucking Kim Kardashian wedding.
100.
Yeah. It's one of those. Or
he said 12,000. I was like, fuck you, at 12,000. She can definitely fuck off.
Yeah. Well, whatever it was, yeah. She was saying, right, you don't pay that, you're not coming. That's the dickhead way. I'm completely against that. But the GoFundMe, I'm fine with. It's not it's not demanding that you pay money. It's like, if you can help, great. if not, so be it. Whereas this one, no, if you don't pay, you're not coming. All right, fuck you, bitch, I ain't coming. It's just one of those. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the GoFundMe. That's fine. Topics for me. What have we got? That reminds me, obviously, one of the things that on the wedding, you got the wedding day. Can you name one of the things that might happen before a wedding? In general, the best man tends to get themselves involved with.
Stag do.
Hen or stag do, yes. Well, potentially, there was something that happened that appeared on the Metro, yay, that source, that I found that, I suppose it could happen on a stag do if you're proper, I don't know. But yes, headline. It's one of the best headlines I've probably heard in a while.
Okay.
Naked man saved after fire started in brothel above Simply Delicious takeaway. A man wearing his birthday suit had to be rescued from a roof after a fire broke out in a suspected brothel. Firefighters got something of an eyeful when they went to help the man who was clinging to his final scraps of dignity after climbing through the window to escape the blaze in North Hendon, Great Manchester. It's even called North Hendon. He had been in an adult health club, Ladybirds above Simply Delicious takeaway. Ladybirds is described as a bijou parlour with a welcoming and discreet atmosphere. Oh, God.
I actually remember reading this either last night or this morning.
Yes.
And, from what I remember, it said something like he'd been kicked out by the woman or something, so he was stuck there on the thing, and he tried to get back in. It was just like Lad Bible saying this. He tried to get back in, and she stops him, but then he said the police went in and retrieved his clothes after being said something like in a bin bag.
Wonderful. Sorry, mate, I'm just gonna have to go, mate. I need tips at Lou. Back in a second. We'll pick it up from there. All right, mate.
Piss break mid podcast. What are you doing?
I've got to go, mate. 1 minute.
So yeah. Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, it said something different to what Paul was saying, but I'll wait till it comes back.
Hi, I'm Mike from the Genuine Chit Chat podcast, where we have honest conversations with interesting people. I speak to a wide variety of guests, from travellers to musicians to those afflicted with mental or physical illnesses. There's really no subject that's off limits, from movies to politics and even controversial topics ranging from sex to drug reform and political correctness. So if you still believe in the art of conversation, are intrigued by healthy debates with different ideas and perspectives you may not have thought of, and want a podcast where every episode is about something different with a variety of guests, then this may be the podcast for you. You can hear us on YouTube and all your favourite podcast apps, and follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. So if you want to hang out and listen to honest conversations with interesting people, then come to Genuine Chit Chat, where I'm your host, Mike Burton.
I'm back.
Well, hey.
Sorry about that, dude. Ever since I had them drinks, my stomach went really fucking bad. So, obviously, I couldn't hang around.
Good colon cleansing.
Yes, absolutely, mate. Oh, man.
I sat here, I finished my story off to the audience when they'll be listening.
Oh, okay.
I was there just sort of making around a noise then going, I need something to fill the fucking silence. So I just thought, fuck it, let's stick Fanny Flea on.
So yeah, as clearly as we're still recording, the street drinks clearly are a very good colon cleanser. So yeah, if you need to lose some weight that way, yeah, you can drink some sherbet and it'll make you shit a lot. So one of those. But yeah, we were talking about a naked man. Yeah, he was caught outside probably having a fire. After caught on fire. You was telling us the story about
the same story, but from what I read, it just said something like he was kicked out of the brothel, and They reckon they said something like he might have been under the influence or something. And he may have like tried attacking the woman and she kicked him out, like booted him out or whatever.
Oh right, okay.
The fire was mentioned, so whether it was I don't know. It was,
All right.
conflicting stories maybe, unless it's
Possibly, yeah.
it's the one was legit, but nothing about a fire was mentioned when I've read the article myself.
They're saying something about firefighters and stuff like that, but hey, it doesn't necessarily mean there was a fire, does it? So.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
So yeah, it could be conflicting on Metro being sensationalist and all this shit. Gee, I wonder if they've ever been that way before. But yeah, Jesus Christ, I was gonna get all sorts of jokes in there, like potentially, there was a a friction burn, something like that, and caught off the sheets. That's how it started on, stuff like that. Well, I love the fact as well is apparently it could be a knocking shop, but it was called Simply Delicious above a takeaway called Simply Delicious. Yeah, go figure.
Well, the funniest part I saw was on the exact same article. It said something like it like mentioned names the takeaway, but then said when it actually showed the picture of the takeaway, they covered the name up.
Yep. And then the next picture, that next to it, they've got the fucking name uncovered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's exactly the same pictures. It's the same story, but obviously one mentions there's a fire apparently, and one it says there isn't. So it's like a fucking Chinese whispers sort of shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, actual fucking wow. So yeah, so yeah, we watched. You've watched Elimination Chamber, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, from start to finish. I watched it live somehow. I don't know how I managed it. Might have to do with the fact it actually ran a decent amount of time.
Well, they've all seemed to have been starting at midnight recently. I don't know if it's a new format they're going for.
It'll change when the clocks go back. Or clocks go forward, whenever it is, mate.
Oh, great.
It'll change again. But it actually only lasted. It lasted just over 3 hours, which was nice of them for a change. It reminded me of an old school pay-per-view. It used to finish 2 hours and 45 minutes, if you remember.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, nice, concise, tight, the way it should be. But now, obviously, because they don't have any pay-per-view commitments, they can just run as long as they want on the network.
It's down at the building as well. Like they'll know when they're building up. Like, you've got till pay-per-view can run till this time or whatever. But then I think there is still pay-per-view commitments they have to make, because obviously that's where they get a lot of money in still from like America and that. But it's like, well, I think it was the Rumble. It's like I saw an advert for it. It's like, oh, get it on the Skybox office now for $14.95. But of course, it's on Facebook where everyone's commenting below it saying, "Or get the network on the 2-week free trial, or get it for $9.99 a month, and then just cancel it."
Oh yeah. Jesus. So yeah, there is that. But yeah, what did you think overall? I mean, obviously we're not going to go into too much detail, but
well, to be honest, I did fall asleep for the main event.
Oh.
I was sat watching it because I was messaging you at the time.
Yes, you was, and then you suddenly went quiet.
Yeah, I think I woke up just towards the end, and at that point it was like, right, I literally watched. I think I just caught the finish, or I think I was sort of called the night before me. So it's like, well, if I fall asleep now, I'm not gonna. My attention is gone to sit for the finish, so I sort of called it a night there. But I think I must only miss like the last 10-15 minutes or so. So
yeah, I mean, it was like literally. It was literally just like it was that match was brilliant. That main event was brilliant. I think what you must have missed was literally the one-on-one between Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan.
I remember seeing. I think I remember seeing Orton come out, and I don't remember much after that. So
right. What does that say about Orton?
Yeah.
But Yeah, Kofi Kingston, obviously, he looked a fucking star in this, an absolute star. And to the point where they've actually booked him in a one-on-one match now with Daniel Bryan at Fastlane.
And if the rumours I'm hearing are true, it might carry over to WrestleMania as well.
Good, because he deserves it. The dude deserves it. He's a fucking quality wrestler, and he deserves it. 100% deserves it. And that, I don't think there was anything really wrong with that match whatsoever, which it's hard to say for an Elimination Chamber. What I will mention is that we're probably in a minority here that actually enjoyed the women's Elimination Chamber.
The tag match.
Yes.
Well, I saw one person comment on it today, and it said something like why would you put how can it's something like how can a tag match, how can you do a tag match in the chamber or something like that? I found that exact wording they use.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
But the thing is, though, if he didn't do it that way, it would end up basically being a glorified War Games match.
Well, yeah, I did literally comment. I replied to the comment, or I just said something like, tornado style or something.
Yeah. Well, we had this conversation at the beginning of the match because I was like, I forgot it was going to be tornado. I don't know why it didn't dawn on me it was not going to be tornado. But obviously it was meant to be that way, and it was good. It was a good match. It was good bits of action. People were slagging off Liv Morgan. I thought, no, Liv Morgan did well. I thought Liv Morgan did well.
It would have been difficult to do it as like a standard tag match or whatever. Like,
well, no, it'd make the sell pointless.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed that match. I thought it was okay, apart from the finish. I thought the modified bank statement looked stupid. And you've got an MMA woman that's trained in MMA tapping and squirming like a fucking fish out of water, when you could have put it on her partner, which would have been more believable if you slapped it on Mandy Rose. But wait a minute, now she's got is it a one-on-one match against Asuka at Fastlane? Mandy Rose. Oh, she's got a win on over Asuka now.
Yeah, she got a win on Asuka
on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're going to push her to the moon now, which is why they didn't get her to tap out and got what's her name now? It's going to bug me now. I can't remember her name.
Deville.
Sonya Deville. There you go. Yeah. Why they got her to tap instead? Because of protecting Mandy Rose. Possibly. So I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was all right. The middle part of this pay-per-view was a bit meh. You had, Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley, who's basically, as I described it on Twitter, as the definition of the colour grey. Milky Brew, yeah. It's boring. And then you had the abomination that was the Baron Corbin.
Braun Strowman.
Yeah. I mean, what the fuck was that all about?
Piss break, wasn't it?
It was a massive piss break. And then you had the Ruby Riott Ronda Rousey match where Ronda Rousey basically wiped her ass with Ruby Riott. And Ruby Riott deserves more than that.
We had the Usos against Shane and Miz.
Yeah, which was we were batting backwards and forwards what they were going to do with this match. Between us, it was like, what the fuck are they going to do?
I called it already, but it's a few people I saw on Facebook were like, oh, they're building towards a match or Mania or whatever. It's like, well, they're not doing it now because they've got 7 weeks to build it up.
Yeah.
And even then after Fastlane, they've got 5 weeks to build it up. Or 4 weeks, a month or whatever to build, because I think it's 3 weeks from Chamber to Fastlane and then 4 weeks from Fastlane to Mania. 7 weeks in total to build everything up. So I think yeah, I think we are going to see Miz Shane, but it's not going to. Everyone's acting like it's going to be like this week or something, or it could happen this week. It's like, well, no, it's going to happen after Fastlane. So
But who's going to turn on who though? Because obviously Fastlane's going to be in Miz's hometown, so it could be.
that's the weird thing, but then I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Shane's going to turn on Miz.
Yeah, I think that too. Which would be interesting.
So
Yeah. So overall, what did you think?
well, the first match, really good. They gave it time because from what I can see, it had 33 minutes.
Yeah.
Tag looked a bit average. Well, not a bit, but just average. Balor handicap match, average.
Yeah.
Rousey Ruby Riott was pointless. Corbin Strowman was everything that you expected it to be. It's like Corbin can't beat Strowman by himself, so he's having to get help.
Yeah.
Still makes Strowman look strong in a sense, but then it's like, well, this whole thing of like what's going to be doing at Mania, because they keep saying, yeah, we're going to put the belt on him and then put him against Brock and he loses.
I think they've given up on him, personally. I think they've given up on Braun Strowman.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I personally think that he had his chance. He's like, right, here's your chance on promo with Brock. Show what you can do. He forgets all his lines. He fluffs everything. He looks like a chump. He's like, right, well, we can't risk putting him as the face of the company if you can't remember what he's supposed to be fucking saying.
Yeah.
So I think the backpedal from there, which is obviously where they had the point where Braun Strowman ripped the door off the limo and he lost his match.
Mm.
And you've noticed he's not been near the main event ever since. There's been no continuation from Brock Lesnar or anything like that. He's not been calling out Brock Lesnar. He's just, all of a sudden he's been turned. He's going after Baron Corbin. Why?
Mm.
Why would he supposed to have bigger fish to fry? It's clear that they've just fucking, they de-pushed him because he basically just went, right, well, you're shit on the mic, mate, so you're no good. Which is a shame because he can fucking go. He does. You see, I mean, not being funny, but one Braun Strowman match is the same as the next. But it's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
The crowd liked him. But obviously, you do need to, perform in every single, facet of what, you should be as a professional wrestler. And that includes promos. And if you can't cut a promo, then you're fucked, essentially. I mean, look at Apollo Crews. He's probably one of the best wrestlers in the company in the ring. Put a mic under his nose and, watch the crowd fall to sleep, sadly.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. It's just one of those.
But, then the main event, it was alright. It was pretty decent, but it was just sort of a standard chamber match.
Yeah, but it did well to suspend his disbelief, that match, because it's like you also from the very beginning to the very end, you thought that Kofi Kingston. It was the Kofi Kingston show that match, because it was like all about can Kofi Kingston win this match as opposed to anyone else in that match.
Yeah.
The only two people that mattered in that match were Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston. They were the only two that mattered in that match. Everyone else was just fucking, dressing.
Yeah.
And they made a really, really, really good job of making it believable that Kofi Kingston was going to win that match.
It's yeah, it was pretty decent. I don't mind saying that. Like I said on 4 is that I did fall asleep pretty much at the point where Orton came in.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I can't remember if you said it or someone else said it at points where it seemed like there was a lot of sometimes there'd be an entry, and then it seemed like a minute later there'd be another entry, and then it'd hold off.
Yeah, it was like very, very Royal Rumble timing, if you get what I mean. It was like as and when when it fitted the story, like the flow of the match.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so.
That just seemed a bit daft in a way.
Yeah, I agree.
But,
I agree. So yeah, I'd get, overall, I'm gonna say out of 10. I'm gonna give it 7. Maybe, yeah, 7 would be fair, I'd say. Because obviously you can't give it any higher than that because of how dull the middle of the pay-per-view was. But the beginning was all right. The Shane McMahon, Shane McMahon, Miz and Uso match, for what it was, had some good action in it. And the main event was fucking amazing. So, yeah. Other than that, though, to be fair, it was pretty dull. And it was criminal what they did to Ruby Riott. So.
Well, I said, yeah, there's like they brought her out to job her in like less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much. I think she had 1 minute 37 seconds her match, something daft like that.
Yeah. It's like them bringing out bloody Charlotte, where she's like, I'm going to watch this match or whatever.
Oh, that's a thought as well. What the fucking hell was Lacey Evans all about? She walked up the ring, she walked up the ramp, halfway up the ramp, and went, oh shit, I forgot I'm not supposed to be on this pay-per-view tonight, and walked back.
Yeah.
And I thought, were they going to use anything? No. That was it. The weirdest thing I've ever seen in WWE. Mm-hmm. It's like, she makes an entrance, they stop, and she walks back. Why? She don't cut a promo or anyone. She's not saying how she's going to win, progress in her career. She's not done anything. She's walked up the ramp and walked back. What does that tell us? Fuck all. Why do this? It's pointless. If you're killing for time, why? Maybe she was scheduled to have a match, and then they decided to cut it to bring the pay-per-view time down. And, thought, right, well, shit, she's got to have some airtime, so let's just do a random entrance and let her come back in again. Fuck knows. But it was fucking stupid. But, well. So, yeah, how long have we been running now? Probably about an hour and a half, I'd say.
It doesn't actually tell me how long it's been recording for. Yeah, hour and 27.
Hour 27. So I think roughly round about now is probably a good time to start wrapping up, I'd say, for our AD.
Yeah, if you want. I'm still waiting to hear back from...
Yes, we are doing double duty tonight, but yes, there's no sign of Bunkle as of yet, so... But yeah, I think a nice hour and a half would be nice for tonight, I think, because unless you got anything else you want to add, buddy. Because...
No, I think I'm good.
So I've got some stuff written down, but a lot of it thinking about it's a little bit out of date. So yeah, it's more like Prince Philip voluntarily giving up his driver's license. Thoughts? Yeah, he should have done. Should have done it straight away. Cunt.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not much of a discussion there.
Even disagree with that. So.
You what, mate?
I can't disagree.
Yeah, exactly, mate. So I think the whole country agrees on that. They just dared to say it. But yeah, that's sad. We can probably wrap up there. Do you want to give yourself some plugs, mate, before we?
Yeah. Find the Lost Art of Podcasting on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify. We are on Spotify now because I have checked and I found us on there. So it's all the usual podcast places: Facebook, Lost Art Podcasting; Twitter @Lost Art Podcast. We're also on Instagram @Lost Art Podcasting.
Awesomes. And obviously, RAD, you can find us on Twitter @UKRAD Podcast. We are on Facebook. Obviously, if you're listening to the podcast now, you're probably obviously on your favourite podcast catcher, but we're on many other podcast apps out there, such as Spreaker and iTunes and many other, like I say, other podcast catchers like Podbean and other places. You can also follow our friends as well at, was it Gunpowder, Treason, No Plot? So you can find them at GTNP, or is it Treason No, isn't it? Treason No, sorry.
That's the Twitter handle, yeah.
Yeah, the Twitter handle is Treason No. I think they have a Facebook page. They will admit, they say they don't update it very often, but they are there. But you will get the show links there. You'll get them on Twitter. They're on obviously all the good podcast catchers out there. And obviously you can find the character names, with GTMP at the name, obviously Sophia, our good old friend Bunkle, his name of Rogar, and Tommy the gunslinger. You can find their Twitter handles with obviously their character name with GTMP at the end, and also my guest character Steve the Betrayer at Steve GTMP, who is let's just say he's brooding at this moment in time. We'll leave it at that. He still has his list. He's checking it twice. Yeah, he's gonna find out if Tommy's been nice. We shall see. So yeah, thank you for listening. It's been a pleasure, as always, Adam.
It has indeed.
Indeed it has. So yeah, I've been Paul, the Flaming Grill. I don't know if that works, actually, the Flaming Grill. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm not quite sold.
It's like you're doing free advertising.
It is a little bit, isn't it? I want a free challenge burger out of this Flaming Grill. It's better fucking ad. Give me a Flaming Grill. Or whatever the challenge burger's called. I can't remember what it's called now. They don't do the Mother Clucker anymore, do they?
No, they do another bread thingy one. I can't remember what it's called, though.
Or the one with the brioche loaf.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking painful. I remember that. It hurts. Because I remember Bunkle beat it, and I thought, right, I can't have him beat something I can't beat, so I went and did it. But then I realised probably Bunkle's a better competitive eater than I am, so... Just one of those. So yeah, I think we are done for RAD. So yeah, thank you for listening. Yeah, I gotta say, Adam, it's been a pleasure. And yeah, anything else to add?
No, I think I'm good.
I think we're good. Right, so yeah, we'll see you next time on next RAD podcast.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night. Bye.
Oh, you stopped recording now.
Still recording.
It's the time.